Hi everybody, this is Sarah Al-Amiri in Why Not Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to our program, Why Not? I'm your host, Ahmed Murad.
Lovely viewers of Why Not? I am your host, Ritaj Ishtirani.
Hello and welcome to our program, dear viewers, Why Not? The program that explores everything that is happening here in our beautiful country of Kuwait. As you can see right now with my current getup that I am in my explorer gear today, and we've actually did explore this place once and a few times here in our program, Why Not? Today we're back at the farm that has a lot of different kinds of animals, but in today's episode we'll be specifically focusing on some of the reptiles and some other creatures that we weren't able to give them the chance in our previous episodes. So dear viewers, the question is always this: why not? You join me as I get to explore everything about these animals. Let's go. So I know this place is already familiar to some of you, dear viewers, that has ended up, let me just be careful, make sure it's locked. We don't want any of the beautiful animals right here to be running away. But yeah, we've gotten to be around a lot of these animals before, the beautiful goats, the different ostriches and turkeys that they have here. But since we are doing a reptile focus, I want you to come and follow me so we could meet a very familiar face. And oh, look at this beautiful llama. Hello. This llama is so cute. All right then, I'll be moving, okay? Are you gonna follow me? You can follow me. All right, let's go. As you can see, I am joined by my very, very beautiful reptile friend here, Godzilla. He is a iguana, as you can see, and from its design, this is why it's called the Godzilla, because he is very similarly designed by Godzilla, especially with his head. It's just a very cute fellow, and I have to say kind of heavy as well, but he's like me. We love to just bask in the sun and, you know, enjoy just the chill setting of this place. This is just a part of what we have to cover here in today's episode of Why Not? So I will be putting down this beautiful iguana right here. There we go. And as you can see, he is moving around. I have to say, he's also very long, mashallah. Very, very cute creature. We've gotten to talk about a lot when it comes to iguanas in the last few episodes. Well, some fun facts about it, but one thing that I've also gotten to learn is that apparently they actually have a way that they could detect the light. I assume that there's also another kind of eye. If you were to come right here, I want you to come and look at, there seems to be something right here. Well, this helps them able to detect, you know, different types of light sources, so it could help them navigate, especially since a lot of these iguanas reside in, you know, the wild and some specific jungles and some deserts, so they always have to understand where they're navigating and what kind of environments they're surrounded in just to protect themselves. But let's actually go check out the explorer hole that they have here in this farm, as they feature a lots of different kinds of animals. Let's go. So we haven't really gotten to talk about the ostrich that is right here. And I've got something interesting to tell you, dear viewers. It's a beautiful, very large and very aggressive ostrich right here. They're actually considered the fastest running birds, as they're able to run almost 70 kilometers per hour. So imagine while you're driving around in the car and you're coming across this ostrich, it will probably be able to drive the same pace as you. I mean, if you're a slow driver or a responsible driver. Also, you see these legs down there, they are extremely strong to the point where they could actually defend themselves and also kill lions, for example. That's how strong their legs are. Very beautiful creatures that are very large, and this one seems to be very keen on trying to I think it wants to eat the air, or maybe it wants to eat me. But this is just a part of today's episode. Let's get into the main part, which is the Explorer Hall, as we'll be featuring a lot of reptiles and also other creatures that we didn't have the time to cover in our previous episodes. Let's go. Hello, dear viewers. So right off the start, we are inside this Explorer Hall, and as you can see, we have this very nice projection of a pond, as you can see. And you know what? Let's try to navigate like I am actually walking around the water. So I will be jumping here, right, and I'll be jumping there, and then there's nowhere for me to jump. So we've got actually more interesting stuff that we could show you. This is just a glimpse of what they have here in the hall. Starting off, we have this very nice, very small fish pond right over here, and there's a lot of cute small fish, as you can see. Obviously, a lot of these installments that they have right here, they have to measure a lot of things when it comes to the temperature and just the overall environment, in order for these very cute and beautiful creatures to be able to just live and coexist with this setting. We've talked a lot about fish in our program, why not? But it's also always very nice to be able to see different kinds of installments and different types of fish, as you can see right here. But let's get into the interesting part, starting off right here. So from the get-go right now, inside this installment right here, there is an iguana. Now in the beginning of the episode, we've gotten to meet Godzilla, which was a pretty much, let's say, fully grown iguana. And this right here is a very young iguana, as you can see. Now I've been told that sadly I am not able to interact with this beautiful iguana because he is aggressive. So we will be letting him take his time right here. We've already gotten to talk a lot about, facts when it comes to them. But one thing that I forgot to mention when it comes to iguana is the way that they're able to protect themselves. So usually they've got two ways. They either use their tails or they actually use their mouth in order to protect themselves from prey. But now if you were to look down here, there's something even more interesting. And look at these creatures. Now, dear viewers, especially the young ones, I am pretty sure you have seen these beautiful creatures from a very famous video game. So these are axolotls, and they are these very, very beautiful creatures that are really considered magical. I mean, just from the get-go, just from how you're looking at them, they're able to basically regrow most of their limbs, which is a very interesting fact. They can do it up to 5 times. They've got regenerative. And also, if you were to notice, what makes them really cute is the fact that they have this very nice, constant smile, let's say smiley face, as you can see, especially on the one on top. Very, very cute creatures. And obviously, given how you're seeing them right now, they walk in a fork, and they're incredible creatures. And then right over here, we have a very cute guinea pig, as you can see. Oh my goodness. So guinea pigs are actually not guinea and they're not pigs. They are called that because when they are scared, they squeak like pigs. But they are very, very similar to hamsters. As you can see, very, very beautiful creatures and very cute. I'm going to try if I can. Oh, they're also very scared, easily scared. See? I've gotten to deal with some guinea pigs before, and they're usually very shy, extremely shy creatures, but they're so, so cute. Maybe I should adopt myself a guinea pig, but we should be closing down this installment. And then if we were to check right here, we've got an African giant frog. Now, sadly, dear viewers, I won't be able to interact with this and show you what it looks like up close because this is also a very aggressive creature. And also another fun fact is that this is actually, you might have not come across frogs this big, but this is not their final form, as they can grow even bigger. To give you a comparison, if you were to see the plate right here, that's the size they could fully grow to. Very, very interesting creatures right here. And I like him. He's just, resting and taking it easy. He's quite easy with everything. And then right here, we have a reptile. As you can see, up. If you could, there we go. And very, very cute fellow. Now, I've been told that this is not a gecko. No, it is a
red taggle, Argentina.
All right, so it's a red taggle, Argentina, and I assume it's from Argentina.
Yeah.
Yes, from the name itself. And as you can see, very, very interesting. He's kind of like a mix of a snake and an iguana, I mean, it's a reptile at the end of the day, but very interesting fellow. And I guess, as you can see, very expressive with his tongue as well. Maybe if I were to bring it close to our director. There you go. Here you go. All right. Just flapping around all my body. And then right here now it's for something very, very interesting. We have got a giant hissing cockroach, as you can see right here. Now, what's interesting about these creatures is that from their names, they are actually able to communicate through hissing. And never thought I would be able to carry a cockroach like this, but it's an interesting feeling. I mean, we were always afraid of cockroaches, but this is a kind of like a very special cockroach right here. He's resting, he's taking it easy. This is me after I'm done with recording Why Not. I just lay down and I take it easy and I sleep like this cute cockroach right here. And there you go. Also considered to be one of the largest cockroaches in the world. Welcome back, dear viewers, to our program, Why Not? The program that explores everything that is happening here in our country of Kuwait. If you're just joining us in today's episode, we are currently in a farm exploring everything and all the creatures that they have. Just now we were going through some reptile creatures, and now we have this very interesting fish tank. So let me talk to you about it a bit. So this is essentially them trying to simulate a lake kind of environment, as you can see. Now, they've got some really cute decorations up here. At first, I thought this was an actual crocodile, as you can see, an alligator, but it's just an head. But let's talk about some of the fish that they have right here. Starting off, we've got catfish right here. There's this very interesting looking fellow. And catfishes, from their name, catfishes are known to, they're usually described as catfish because they've got these interesting whiskers like cats. So we've got one right here. And then we have also another type of catfish right here, as you can see here, which is the sucker mouth catfish. Now these catfishes are very interesting because they usually put them around, let's say, fish tanks, around ponds, and they're able to act as cleaner fish, in which, you know, they clean up all kind of things surrounding, let's say, the environment itself. And then obviously, dear viewers, we have gotten to see some before in our episodes, and why not, but we also have koi fish, as you can see right here and right there. And you know, the koi fish have been around for almost a lot of time, and they're very well known in Asia as a whole, especially in Japan. And they've got a lot of, let's say, there's a lot of symbolism given the fact that they are able to live such long lives. So they always associate them with themes like prosperity and good health. And it's very interesting that they have that in their culture. And then, you know, from the other kinds of fish that they have right here, there was a specific one that the guide was telling me about, which was this one right here. And they were called?
The Oscar fish.
The Oscar fish here, as you can see. Very, very interesting. They're known to be aggressive. And you have any other facts about the Oscar fish?
Like I said, it's lived on the Brazilian rivers.
Brazilian rivers.
It's a little bit cousin of the piranha fish.
The piranha fish. So this is why they're aggressive. I mean, it's very, very funny. This looks like the less aggressive cousin, but it still runs in the family, I guess. You know, both of them are aggressive types of fish. But yeah, subhanAllah, mashallah. And obviously this entire fish tank is trying to replicate kind of like a river/lake environment. Obviously you need to have a specific type of fish inside here with the right temperature and the right kind of water. And it's really, really beautiful. I mean, they're trying right here to manage between both, let's say, the scientific value of this entire thing and also the aesthetic, given to see that, you know, they've got a very funny crocodile head right here, and then they've got the starfish. But let's continue on exploring what else they've got here in this explorer hole. Hello again, dear viewers. As you can see, I am here with my very, very cute friend, the softest creature in the world, or one of the softest, let's say, the chinchilla right here. So a fun fact about these creatures is that they are actually considered a rodent, the same family as hamsters and mouses, and very, very cute. And I wish you were able to just use or get to touch their fur right here. It's very, very soft, as you can see. And oh, he's exploring right now. He's exploring, as you can see, just going around. Very, very cute. And the guy that is with us with this episode was talking to me about guessing where this chinchilla has originated from. And I feel like it's somewhere in South America.
Let me give you a multiple choice.
Sure.
Easier.
Let's see a quiz. Here, let's go.
Russia, Spain, Turkish, Africa, South Africa.
None of them are in South America. Interesting. I would say that this is possibly Turkish. Yep, so I got it very correctly. I don't know, just like the moment I touched them, I felt some Turkish in this very, very cute fellow. And as you can see, they are very, very, they love to explore. And they're just very comfortable to hold, as you can see. Maybe I should just finish the entire episode with me petting this cute chinchilla. It's so soft, so incredibly soft. Here, dude. I've fallen in love with this animal. You know what? I might just wrap up the show today. Thank you for watching, dear viewers. Bye bye. Just kidding. Beautiful creature, but let's put it back to its place and let's continue exploring what this place has to offer. And so let me tell you about this very, very interesting creature. So at first, when I was looking from far, I thought this was a snake. But I mean, it's very close to a snake, but this is actually a blue-tongued skink, as you can see right here. Now let me tell you some very interesting facts about this. So obviously you see it's called a blue-tongued and its tongue is blue. Now, the blue tongue actually contains a lot of useful bacteria that actually benefits it from protecting itself against terrible toxins. And a very interesting fact that I was able to learn is, obviously, you know, when I was trying to look at them from far, I thought they were a snake. That is actually some of the defense mechanism that they're able to adapt to or to use, is that if you see their cute small limbs, they're able to actually hide those limbs and kind of disguise themselves as snakes in order to protect themselves. This very, very cute, absolutely cute creature. Very beautiful. And let me give you one more interesting fact about these skinks. So they actually hatch their eggs inside the body as a form of protection to their children. And I think it's taken a liking into me. See, it's investigating my palm right now. It's so cute. Hello. Hello. And well, we'll be putting back this very beautiful reptile back to its environment right here. And let's continue exploring all the different stuff that they have here in this exploration hall. As you can see, dear viewers, we have a leopard gecko right here. Very, very cute. Italians right here. Now let me tell you some of the fun facts. First of all, if you were to notice, I want you to take a look at its tail. So its tail looks very chunky or very big. This is mostly because the gecko is able to store the fat contents right here, therefore giving a very large tail. These creatures' activity is usually around dusk and dawn. They don't like to do much at night. And as you can see, they're very special in the way that they communicate, because they could actually chip like birds. And now sadly this gecko here is by himself, so he's not able to do much, but just look at how cute this creature is. and they climb the trees through their claws. As you can see right here, different claws that it has. It's kind of a very, very nice moment for me right here, because fun fact about myself, this was actually my very first creature that I adopted as a pet back when I was young. And also I'd like to take the time to talk a little bit about the place, but the fact that they put a lot of effort into each different, let's say, environment right here, where we were showing you around just now, dear viewers, of all the types of animals. These animals are known to have long lifespan, and in order to enjoy and to be able to coexist, you know, and live these long years, they have to have the perfect kind of environment in order to be able to do that. So when we were just showing you around all the different places that they have right here, each one has a specific, like for example, if I were to take the gecko spot right here, as you can see, there's a different type of flooring that they use right here, different kind of lighting, and just overall an environment that is very suitable for a creature of this size to be able to live and to enjoy their lives. And the same thing goes for all the kind of animals that they have. But we're not done yet, so I'll put this very cute fellow back into his position and let's continue exploring. Here you go. As you can see, dear viewers, right now I have a tortoise and not a turtle. Now let me explain the difference. We've been talking to this in one of our previous episodes with me and Ritaj presenting, but a tortoise is exclusively, or this creature exclusively sticks to lands. So it is inland, and as you can see, when it comes to their limb, they kind of like this claw-like feature in which it helps them navigate through lands. And obviously turtles, there are two types. You've got the semi-aquatic and then you've got the fully aquatic, which both of them are going around a more of a sea environment. While these ones right here are African tortoise, as you can see. Very chill creatures. And just to give you a comparison, this right here, we have a somewhat large one. And I've been told that there is a difference right here if you were to see this side of the shell. So obviously you can differentiate between the male or the female depending on how the shell itself in this section is shaped. Obviously if it was more, let's say, less circular, then that means it is a female tortoise. But if it was more inclined, or like, let's say, more straight, then that would make it a male, as you can see. Now, if I could bring the other one right here to give you a comparison, it would be something like this. So in this case, this is a female right here, and this is the male. And they make a happy family. And so right here we've got sugar gliders. Now obviously due to our and their safety, we cannot literally get inside, but we're able to offer you this kind of view of them. Now these creatures, there's a very common misconception about them. A lot of people think that they're able to fly. However, that is, in the way you interpret it, they're actually able to glide, just like how, for example, if you've seen all these new parachutes or wingsuits in which you attach to them, you're only able to fall instead of, like, you know, flying. So they're able to do that. Kind of very similarly to Batman. I mean, Batman is not able to fly, but he's able to glide all over. And these creatures right here, as you can see, like to keep it to themselves. And there's also another interesting fact that I have for you, dear viewers, but they actually have a pouch in their belly very similar to kangaroos, in which they're able to keep their newborns and their children safe. And just like a lot of animals, just like a lot of beautiful animals, you are able to distinguish between the male and the female through their head. Obviously, so the male would usually have a kind of like a bald spot on top of their head. That's how you're able to differentiate, while the female sugar gliders do have somewhat of like, you know, a full hair growing on top of their head. And then right on top, right here, if you can come a bit closer, I want to show you we've got a very well-known animal. In this case, this is a European hedgehog. Now we know a hedgehog that is blue in color. Pretty much we were all raised knowing him. And there's a very similar fact regarding actual hedgehog and the blue hedgehog that we know. And that is both of them are able to run very fast. They gotta go fast. And so right here, an interesting fact that I was just that I'm able to acquire through our guide just now in today's episode is I've never really sat down and started to think how many needles are in a hedgehog. And surprisingly, they could have from 5,000 and upwards, which is a crazy amount of needles. But obviously this is also as a way that these hedgehogs are able to protect themselves. Obviously, if they start to feel very stressed or if they're in danger, they would start to crawl up like a ball and be surrounded with all their spikes and needles just in order to protect themselves. Guess you could call me the owl man right now, here with my trusty owl right here. So dear viewers, right here we've got a north white-faced owl, as you can see, that's originated from North Africa. Now what's interesting about these beautiful owls is, first of all, they're able to rotate their neck 270 degrees, which is very, very impressive. And also, when it comes to their wings, they are very silent, so they don't make too much noise when they are flying around. As you can see, swoop. The moment I mentioned wings, it started to flap its wings. Very, very cute creature, as you can see. And just like a lot of owls, they are considered night owls. You know, they're more active towards the nighttime. Beautiful, beautiful creature right here. Hello. Well, I'll be giving this owl back right here into the guide. There we go. As you can see, it's not making any kind of sound, but we would love to extend thanks to the farm for being able to provide us with an amazing tour guide that was explaining almost everything that we needed to know. Today's episode, we were able to explore more about animals, which is a favorite part of the coverages that I provide to you, dear viewers, here and Why Not. I hope that you've learned something in today's episode. And until next time, dear viewers, goodbye.
Hi everybody, this is Sarah Al-Amiri in Why Not Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to our program, Why Not? I'm your host, Ahmed Murad.
Lovely viewers of Why Not? I am your host, Rita Ashkenani.